It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And we're here with a wonderful comedian back by popular demand, and she was doing April Unwrapped as we spoke last. She appeared on Maxim supporting the veterans movement. We'll talk more about that. We had her on last time, and this time she's got a brand new project involving towel juggling. And why towel juggling? We're just going to find out. And during the pandemic, she's kept herself really, really busy. And, of course, she's still looking for Mr. OK and still playing with Donald Trump and her, 15, 20, 25, 35 puppets. I've lost count, but she'll give us an update on that. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from beautiful downtown Las Vegas, the very, very multi-talented April Brucker. April, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us again.
Thank you. It's great to be back on the show. I'm just sending my love from Las Vegas. Lockdown, everybody.
Yes, and of course, Sin City's kind of adapting to the pandemic as well too. And last we talked, you're in a magazine which you're helping out the wounded veterans, and I'm trying to remember what that is. And we spoke last. You talked about April Unwrapped, your book, and also your one woman play on in Las Vegas. You also toured as well too. You talked about your puppets. You also talked about Donald Trump, and you also had appeared on quite a few others. And before we get into your latest project about towel juggling, which I'll learn from the very, very best. Once again, tell us quickly how you got started.
With the ventriloquism?
Actually, tell us quickly how you got started with your career, then going into puppets.
With the puppets, right?
Correct. Yeah. First off, with the career. Very quickly.
Well, the way I got started with ventriloquism was I was 13 and I didn't have any cable. Okay. Mm-hmm. I grew up without cable. And my dad wanted to see my brother's football game every Friday night. So he needed to get the local channel. And so we got cable, and so we're watching the games Friday night after my brother's shows, because that's what you do in Western Pennsylvania, where I'm from, where football's king. And there was a special about ventriloquism. It was an Edgar Bergen tribute. Jeff Dunham was on, I believe Sherry Lewis. Uh-huh. And my family members tried to talk like the ventriloquist, but I was the only one that could do it because I have my great-grandmother's sideways Irish smile. And that Christmas, my mother got me a Groucho Marx puppet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I've been at it since then. And what do you think of that, Mae Wilson? What do you think of that?
What do I think about Mae Wilson?
Hard time. How are you doing, Mike?
Hey, we're on the Mike Wagner Show, and certainly there's no dummies here. So let's not, get with this whole racism thing and everything else. There's no dummies involved. Let's only talk happy thoughts during this pandemic. So we're all great to be on. Yes,
happy thoughts. I'm right here, and I'm happy to be back on the show, Mike.
Oh, we're happy to have you as well, too. And, of course, we'd love to see you on video, but we have to keep this a secret. We got to keep this under wraps, they say, but you're going to have it unwrapped later on, which we'll talk about as well, too. And I guess...
Mike, can I tell you a secret?
You sure can.
Is April's dummy?
What?
Her lips are moving right now. They are not, mate. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. He said, no dummies on the show. Ha, 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 ha. My puppets sold me down the river, Mike. Could you believe that?
Oh, my goodness. What would they say? And of course, you grew up in Western Pennsylvania, and I'm going to throw probably this football question out there since, mainly it's the, Pittsburgh Steelers or somewhere around there. And let's ask one of your puppets, how do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to do this year?
How do you think the Steelers are going to do this year, May? Well, everything's canceled. But if the Steelers come back, they're going to tackle it. What makes you so sure about that, May? I'm not sure, but the yinzer next to me is putting words in my mouth.
Oh, my goodness. And we could only see it now. So, and, of course, you also had an interesting story about how you chose all your puppets over your fiancé. So tell us about that story. That was very fascinating.
Yes, I dumped my fiancé for my puppets. He sat me down one day and he said, it's me or the puppets. The relationship had a lot of other problems, but he wanted me to choose my puppets forever. And so I put my puppets away. I meant choose him forever. So I put my puppets away and I was unhappy for 4 months. Okay. And so one day I woke up and I said, you know what? I need the puppets. Okay. I miss my puppets. So I took my puppets out, and what did you say, May? I said, you got to get rid of this loser. So I sat him down, I broke up with him, and it was the best decision ever. Yay! So we started street performing, and the Daily Mail in the UK caught hold of the story that I had dumped my fiancé for my puppets. And the story went viral from England to Iceland to Italy, then from Russia to China to India, then from Indonesia to Australia to Singapore, then from Ghana to Kenya to Nigeria, then from Brazil to Colombia to Guatemala. That's right, everybody. I am a celebrity in Guatemala.
Wow, amazing. And also, I guess the one question we'll probably throw out to your puppets, how's your dating life been since you and your fiancé parted ways?
Well, every time you hear police sirens, you know that April's just ended a relationship. Oh my God, May, you just sold me down the river. Oh, April, it's my 5 minutes a thing, too. I get no respect, Mike. You see how hard I'm working. She's so ungrateful. Ungrateful. You wouldn't have a show if it weren't for me, April.
Well, let's ask your all your puppets this question. They can answer it once. One of your puppets. What are your thoughts on the Mike Wagner Show?
I love the Mike Wagner Show, and I love Mike Wagner.
Oh, well, thank you. That's so great. We love you guys as well, too. And, of course, you have a bachelor's degree in acting and a master's degree in creative writing and screenwriting. How important has that been to your career?
It's actually been incredibly important because I appreciate craft. That's the first thing, is I appreciate craft. And the other thing, too, is that I appreciate technique. And studying writing has actually made me a better actor and has given me the ability to create my own projects. Mm-hmm. And who knows? I might get a doctorate someday in comedy.
Huh. I guess that's no laughing matter, they say. So. No laughing matter indeed. We'll talk more about your puppets in just a minute, but first listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with comedian, actress, and ventriloquist April Brucker here on The Mike Wagner Show. She came back, and she'll be talking about towel juggling in just a minute. But first, we'll continue talking about some puppets as well, too. And you got 16 puppets. And, tell us about your 16 puppets and your most famous one you've been putting on the stage lately.
Okay, well, my puppets, I now have 32.
32. Oh, my goodness. I think it's doubled. Is it because of the pandemic they doubled or what?
Well, they've just been doubling over time because since everything ended with my ex, I've just been desperately seeking Mr. OK Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And since that time, because I'm desperately seeking Mr. OK, looking for my Mr. OK has actually led me to Las Vegas, hence the show.
Uh-huh.
And I've been getting more puppets. And I have some new puppets in my Las Vegas show. Of course, I have Mae Wilson, Donald J. Tramp. I also might have a mobster in my show.
Ooh.
Who would have thought? He's in witness protection right now. I might have somebody that resembles somebody very famous in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought? And I also have a body part of mine that might talk in my show. Who would have thought? But to find out more about them, go to aprilbrooker.tv.
All right, we will do that. And tell us about your famous puppet, Donald J. Tramp.
Donald J. Tramp. Well, the reason that I created Donald J. Tramp was I wanted to lampoon Donald Trump.
Uh-huh.
And I would have called the puppet Donald Trump, but Donald Trump has trademarked his name.
Mm-hmm.
And a tramp is a fop or a folly. And so, but Donald J. Tramp has been making the rounds. He was actually the spokesperson or spokespuppet rather, for Stand Together Against Trump at the Republican National Convention.
Mm-hmm.
And he got into some trouble there. As a matter of fact, we were performing in the square, and this guy with a handlebar mustache and a sidearm and a cowboy hat, because Ohio's an open carry state, for those of you that don't know, he comes up to us, and he looks like a presidential assassin. You know, the crazy look on his face?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he reminds me of Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver, and he goes, "Why do you hate Donald Trump?" And so my manager, Clinton Billups, is with me, and he's a former cop, and he's trying to signal a cop like this could get bad. And he's looking at me, and before I can answer, he's like, "I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to the puppet." And he was for real. He was getting really angry at my puppet. And what do you have to say to that, Donald Trump? Well, and the other dummy in the White House.
Well, I hope the president isn't listening to this, or maybe has one of his associates as well, too. And also about your Las Vegas show, April and Rap, featuring your many puppets as well, too.
And I am listening to this, Mike. I am the president.
Well, you're fired.
I'm fired? That's fake news. You never thought you'd be arguing with the president live on air, right? So, Mr. Tramp, what do you have to say for yourself? Well, April, I just want to tell you, hey, nice tweets.
Well, going from the president as well, too, getting out of the press conference, and going over to your one-woman comedy show, April and Rap. It closed in February after just 2 performances due to the corona. And what was that like during that time?
Well, it was a huge accomplishment to open it because for me, a show like April and Rap is the brass ring because I'm a variety act. So this was the brass ring for me. But we had 2 premiere dates at the Notoriety Theater, which was a great venue. We had 100 people each night because I had 2 dates, and I was set to open at the Alexis Park Resorts in March. But all of a sudden, when the show closed, I was devastated. It was really devastating.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been using this show to develop my puppets, my routines further, and to tweak my new invention, a how-to T-Juggle kit.
A TJ double kit.
Yes, a T-Juggle kit. Yep.
T-Juggle kit. Interesting.
T-Juggle. Say that again, Mike. Say
T-Juggle. 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 Did I get that right, Friendly Puppets?
Yes, you did. Yes. What do you think of that, Donald Trump? Did he get it right? Yes, and it's going to be huge. Thank you for your belief, Mr. President.
And, of course, you talked about what you're doing the past 2 months during the show hiatus. You made a bunch of puppets. And what else were you doing during the hiatus for 2 months?
I did several streaming shows online. I was part of a documentary. They actually came to Las Vegas to film me. They came to my house, and they filmed me on my back porch because it's open air.
Uh-huh.
And we talked about the coronavirus pandemic and how it had been affecting me and my show. And of course, Mae Wilson was in the documentary. Donald J. Trump was in the documentary. The towel juggling kit, the TJGL kit, was in the documentary. And I have been pitching my calendar and my TJGL kit, and you can see these things on aprilbrucker.tv.
Mm-hmm. And when and where will your April Unwrapped show reopen in Las Vegas?
The April Unwrapped show will open probably sometime in mid-June at Alexis Park Casino and Resort. And to get more details on that, please go to aprilbrucker.tv.
All right, we will do that, and we'll talk about your brand new product in just a minute. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, over 25 podcast platforms. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also, follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with actress, comedian, and ventriloquist master April Brucker here on the Mike Wagner Show. She talked about the latest news on April Unwrapped, when it's going to reopen in Las Vegas. And also, she's still looking for Mr. OK, and you know where to reach her. And the latest on Donald J. Trump, and a brand new product that you just put out as well, too. It's called TJGL, or TJGL. It's TJGL. And tell us all about it.
Okay, well, TJGL was born because one night I was surfing the internet for fun things to do. Mm-hmm. And I saw a video of these two French guys cow juggling. And I thought, as a woman, I've had every embarrassing towel slip, drop, and whoops that you could imagine. Uh-huh. Okay? Whether it was the pizza delivery guy, the repair guy, my roommate's boyfriend, my boyfriend, you name it. And I thought, wow, I could turn this into a cool workout. So I recorded a video of myself cow juggling. And I put it on the web. And I get a call from ABC's Videos After Dark, Vindabona Productions, and they want to feature it on Videos After Dark on ABC with Bob Saget. Uh-huh. So it airs. It's a hit on Videos After Dark, and I decide to do it in my Las Vegas show.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yes. And so it's a hit when I do it in my Las Vegas show. And afterwards, people are like, you should really have a way that people can learn how to do that. And I thought, yeah, this would be a great workout. It would be great for bachelorette parties. It would be great for girls' nights out, you name it. And so I developed a how-to TJGL kit.
Huh. That's interesting. And maybe you can just go through us a little bit of step-by-step just to give us an idea.
Well, the TJGL kit includes a how-to brochure. Mm-hmm. And if you order the TJGL kit, you get a link, and you also get the official TJGL towel. And to order, guys, go to aprilbrucker.tv. It's $29.95.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, you can see her do it as well, too. She's a master at it. And, of course, I have problems towel juggling in the morning because I need my coffee first. Otherwise, I would blow it.
Oh, well, you'd be surprised. It took me almost a year to master, but I did it. And when I did the show in Las Vegas, I would do it on stage, and every once in a while I say, does anybody think they can do this? And I was expecting to hear crickets in the audience when I said that, because you know how audiences can be kind of timid sometimes. Uh-huh. Well, I did the show at the Notoriety Theater on Fremont Street, and there were two girls. I don't know if they were tourists, drunk, or both.
I would say both.
Both. And so they ran up on stage, and they tried to do it with clothes on, okay, Mike, to give you an idea. Mm-hmm. And so, and I told them, don't be so hard on yourself, because the one was a little bit of sloppy drunk. Uh-huh. And so then she whispers, could I try this without clothes? And I'm like, what? She looked like a Midwestern farm girl. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go with the program. So I gave her a towel. I told her, go behind the curtain. Let's see what you got. And so she tried it without, well, she was in a bra and panties, and it was much better.
Mm-hmm.
And so the second girl, we're doing this, and loud on the mic, she said, could I try this without clothes? After it didn't work out so well with the clothes on. And so same thing. It was, and so people want to try it. And so I figure if I sell the towel juggling kits, when my show opens, not only will I be towel juggling again, but if people order this on aprilbrooker.tv, they can come and they might show me up.
Huh. That's really interesting. And it's not just for the pizza delivery guy, room service, or girls' night out. It's also good for blind dates and bridal showers, believe it or not, and bachelorette parties.
Yes. Yeah, blind dates, bridal showers, and next week, I'm also thinking of launching the towel juggling challenge on TikTok.
Oh, that'd be interesting. And tell us more about that.
Well, I figure I want towel juggling to catch on, and there's this brand new thing called TikTok. So I want to see everybody's best towel juggling on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That sounds very interesting. And do you think Donald J. Trump or Mae West could try towel juggling?
Let's see. What does Donald J. Trump think? Donnie, do you think you could towel juggle, Mr. President? I think that it will be huge. Okay, that's not answering the question. Do you think that you could towel juggle? I invented towel juggling. No, you didn't. Fake news. Well, April, I think that I'm the best towel juggler there is. I'm master of everything. I make billions and billions of dollars. I'm host of my own successful reality show, and I was president of my own university. That has nothing to do with towel juggling. And weren't you sued for fraud? Shut up, girl. You don't know anything. We have an AAA rating. The Better Business Bureau gave you an AAA rating? No, a KKK rating.
Well, leave that to Ivana. That's all I could say as well, too. And of course, just a few more minutes here with April Brucker, her latest on towel juggling and on the Mike Wagner Show. You've been fantastic. Love you to have you back on. And also, what's been your latest funniest moments you've had on stage?
What's been my latest what? You cut out for a second.
Funniest moments.
What, Mike?
No,
Could you repeat that?
No, the funniest moments lately you've had.
The funniest moments lately I've had, believe it or not, have been, wow, there have been so many. As a matter of fact, whether it's been practicing my ventriloquism outside with my mask, so people don't know whether or not it's moving, whether or not my lips are moving. Some of my other funniest moments, of course, have been just getting through this pandemic and watching Twitter every day. And another funny moment I've had is when my Netflix broke. But the even crazier moments are some of the fan letters I've been getting.
Uh-huh.
A guy actually wanted to see a picture of my feet. I said, if you're gonna demand a picture of my feet, you're going to have to pay. And so that's when the calendar was born, because I'm like, you know what? If you want my pictures, you're going to have to pay for them. So guys, if you want my pictures, go to aprilbrooker.tv.
All right, we will do that. And of course, what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Just stay positive. That's the advice that I give. Just stay positive, because we don't know what's next. And we just have to keep laughing, because if our grandparents could get through the Second World War, we can get through this.
And don't forget the Spanish flu as well, too, 1917 to 1918.
Oh, yeah, the Spanish flu, Vietnam, the AIDS crisis, all that stuff. I mean, I know that I'm a downer right now, but if they could get through this, we can get through this.
That's right. And, of course, we're looking forward to having it again as well, too. Once again, April Brucker of April Brucker TV and her latest towel juggling and more here on the Mike Wagner Show. Also of April Unwrapped, which she told you about. They'll be opening in Las Vegas soon. Again, April, a big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic, as always. Looking forward to having you again soon. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? And where can people check out your material and also purchase?
Well, folks, if you want to find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, I'm under April Brucker, APRAL, BRUCKER. And next week, as I said, I will be starting a towel juggling challenge on TikTok. So watch for that. I want to see your best tea juggles, people, okay? And to see me in Vegas, I will be opening at Alexis Park sometime in June. But for updates, go to aprilbrooker.tv. And to order my tea juggle kits, go to aprilbrooker.tv. And to order my calendars, go to aprilbrooker.tv. And if you love me at all, go to aprilbrooker.tv. And if you're Mr. OK, who I've desperately been seeking, please also go to aprilbrooker.tv.
We will do that, April. And April, a big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep this up to date. Love you have back on sometime in 2020 and beyond. You've been great.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.